And a good thing about it is we can save it in the machine for future.
So in the body, we want the white copy paper, but in the cover, back, the front and back.
The machine will say to me, what are you inserting? I'm going to say cover page, what color? They're going to ask me what drawer is it in.
Okay.
We can put the color in the top.
This is not in there. Is there this feature in this machine?
This machine is, the feature is in here, and how we set it up is we choose sheet insertion, and then we go and we tell what drawer the paper is in, and after we tell it what drawer the paper is in, then we can lay it out so that it knows exactly where to go. I just did this like last week, and it's actually a really good feature. Let me see, which one is it here? We do the paper select on, but then what we have to do is, see with the regular paper here is number 1? We would tell it to use blue paper in drawer number 2, right? Now, what we do is we hit next, and then ask us, are you going to want to print on that, the color paper, or is it just going to be plain?
On the cover and the back there will be some words.
There will be some words.
Right.
Okay, so we print on the front side, right? And then we can insert them as we need. So if the document is 10 pages, we can tell it page number 1, okay. We could say to insert it on that side, and then we could just tell it number 1, okay, and then we'll be able to do that.
We'll have to come back to this feature. It's not
Yeah,
like
this is not something that's easy to do. I did it for a school with their registration papers. It took me about a good half hour or an hour to set it up so that when the people come to register at the school, they can hit print, they can choose the mailbox, and out comes the registration form. All colors.
That would happen
really nice.
Once or twice a year. Now, often.
That's what they said. So they actually got the machine in August, and I set it up for them just last month, December. Yeah, they said same thing as you. It's going to come, and when it came, I went there and I set that up for them. That's why you have my number. Remember I told you, tech support forever. All right. Now, image combination is what we already did. That's the ID cards. Okay, now here's something new. Say that you had a picture of somebody that you wanted to put for everybody in the church to see. And you put down the document on the glass and you put the picture on it. You could move it anywhere you want to on the page. Once you find where you want it and you hit OK, you hit print, it's going to be coming out on that corner. You hit this side, it's going to come this corner. Self-explanatory. I don't know anybody who really uses that, but some people, they genuinely get into it. Do you make any books or anything like that?
Make book, maybe for children ministry, maybe need that one.
Who do you make them for, Ivan? What did you say?
You were saying that making a menu, or?
Yeah, watch this. I'm going to show you booklet feature. Now, I'm going to tell it letter size paper. Now, this is letter size, but I'm going to tell it to make a book like this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So next, okay, it's asking me that the paper is in that drawer. I already have it, so yes. Okay. Okay. Okay, should be done. Should be done. Now, I'm going to try this. It should work.
You were saying they're making it handbook or something.
Yeah, it's a new feature that they have on the machine. Now, let's see how it takes a little while because now you're telling it to make it like a book on each side.
Then would they go if, for example, we have
like a missalette.
We have a 13 odd number pages.
Let's see now. You should have it where it's like this.
Open up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
Like
Now
this.
it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the back of the book.
But I was saying that if any way they can go like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's
4,
the way
5.
it will. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. If you can see, Ivan, if you can see, I didn't have it in that order. I put 1, 2, 1, 2, but what she's saying is correct.
Yeah.
If I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
When you go open up like a 1, 2
Yes.
to the last page.
You got it.
Okay.
Absolutely, it will do that.
So you
And
do
not only
the
on
right
this size-
sequencing in
Yeah.
here, and then
You
you
have
will
to
one,
have the
two, three.
sequence correct in
Okay.
here,
Yeah.
and the sequence will be correct here. And not only that, it gives you the option to use legal size paper too, which is the larger.
Which feature is this?
Okay, this is the feature called booklet.
Okay.
And then you select what size paper you want to put it on.
Okay.
If you wanted it the same as me, you would leave it alone, letter,
Uh-huh.
and then hit next.
Okay.
And that's it, next.
Okay.
Okay? See, it says do not correct. This is a new feature
Okay.
that they ask you, you want to leave it just as it is. Most of the time on this machine, you're hitting okay, 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 because it's just giving you a second chance to change your mind on
Okay,
something.
this is the function probably it's best for other chemistry.
Right, right. Now, these here are not difficult to follow at all.
Okay.
Transparency interleaving. Do you still do transparencies like you used to do? Make sure
Sometimes.
you have the right ones.
Okay.
Transparency interleaving is the ability to put white paper in between them.
Okay.
If you're making hundreds, I don't think you make hundreds
No.
of them. This is for like schools where they're making it, but you know, the overlay, the actual transparencies, it's not common. In 1980s, used to be a big market for that. Nowadays, people are
Yeah.
using PowerPoints
Yeah,
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
and you know, doing that. But it's still there for you. Now, these are the features that I like a lot that are on this machine that I'm going to show you now. Margin is the ability to, if you have a document and this document has to be 3-hole punched, and what happens if the writing is all the way on the left-hand side?
It will shift the margin.
It will move it over so that the 3-hole punch does not interfere with the writing. And it's self-explanatory. You can pick which side, left, right, top, or bottom, and you can move it, I think, as much as like an inch and a half or something. You can see there's the increments on the right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go directly down because I want, the two work kind of hand in hand is what they say. Would you know what frame erase would be? Well, the one that we just did was called, hold on a second, was called margin. This one, frame erase, is kind of like the same concept, but slightly different. With frame erase gives you ability not to move the document to the side, but it gives you the ability to clean the areas around the document. Why would you need to do that? Because what if the original has a staple? It's ugly over here. You can tell it to erase the left-hand side and make it white,
Okay.
clean. What would be a reason to, if you wanted to erase the middle here? That would be if you had a big book on the glass. What happens when you put a book on the glass? You get this opening
Line.
here,
Dark
this
blade.
dark line. You can tell it to clear it out. Try 3/8 of an inch, and what it does is make it white inside. It's a new feature. And let me tell you, it's not perfect. You have to play with that a little bit to get it right. It's something new that they have on the machine.
Okay.
Okay? Now, back in special features. Two of the most important ones that I say that you need to know. Did you ever use different size original? Did you ever use it on your machine? I'm going to show you what that does.
Different
Now-
size of paper, right?
Yes. I'm going to get rid of these ones, this one here, because I'm starting to get overloaded here. Now, a perfect example of when you would make a different size original, and I'm going to select it, as you can see. I'm going to say done. All right. It says ready to copy with settings. Say that you come up to the machine and your original has mixed sizes to it. Not only do you have letter, you have legal. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if it's this way, it doesn't matter if it's this way or in between, all right? You take them and you put them into the document feeder. And take notice, I'm going to show you something here, Ivan, that they know to make sure that the slider is together whenever they put smaller paper, right? Now it's on different size original. Watch what happens. It's going to feed the document in. The document is going to go into the feeder, and the feeder is going to tell the machine to select the proper paper for each one that passes by. And take a look at what the output is. you have your 2-letter and your 2-legal. In the old days,
You have to put
separate
cover.
them. People used to separate all the documents in your hand. What do you think of that feature, Ivan?
Good.
It's nice, right? It's going to help out a lot? Okay. Now, the final one.